Okay, now today is a VHS demonstration on how to fix a broken VHS tape. So, a broken tape, like, there is no tape on the bottom, like, across here like there's supposed to be. And the wheels just turn like that. Now, on a working tape, you see, there is this film-like stuff in here. You ever open it up, and the reels are not supposed to turn because they have brakes. So, this happened in a VCR, not the Panasonic one. It was a while ago when I found this. The materials you need is a screwdriver, Phillips, and Scotch tape. So, you have to do this perfectly right, otherwise it would damage your VCR. There are 5 screws in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we start by taking the screws out, of course. You want to keep your screws in a place where you won't lose them. You also need a good surface for doing this. I'm doing it on my floor. Now, I am not a professional at this, but I do know how to fix it. Although Scotch tape is not the best answer, but it works. There is some kind of splicing tape you can probably get at Radio Shack or something. I don't know if they still sell it, being that VHS is obsolete. Anyways, let's move this. Now you want to turn the tape around and put it on the window side and carefully pull this up. And if it has a label, you can kind of carefully pull it off or just bend it back using it as a hinge. But once you get this opened, it'll be easier to pull your label off. You want to keep the labels intact because it affects the value of the tape. Now, you can pull this back. This is the brakes right here. I'll show you. Unscrew the tripod. See, these are the brakes, so you can't accidentally turn it. But it will go this way, but not the other way. See, if this tape was attached, and pulling this will make this one turn this way, which it won't go. That's why you can never turn it. So, let's put this back on. We're going to pull this back so we can take this reel out, and now it's out. So, now we got to find the end. Where is it? Well, let's see the end on this one. Now, as you see, I don't know what happened here, but it like got shredded. As you see, it's supposed to be like this, but at this end it's like so. Just put this one aside, and let's pause this as I find the other end for this tape. Okay, I got the end, but another material that you may need in this case is a pair of scissors. As you see, the tape got like... I have absolutely no idea how this happened, but the tape is shredded. I don't know what evil VCR did this, but look. This is the second time that happened to this tape. It happened before, and I spliced it back together at a different section. cassette master or Dr. Cassette may know why it's shredded like this. Now, this happened in the white VCR, the one that no longer works. It shredded this tape, apparently. This tape feels kind of thin. So, here's what you want to do. Remove this. Now, right as close to as possible to the shredded end, but after it, we're going to cut as evenly as possible. It has to be a perfect, even cut. Otherwise, okay, now you see that how the scissors didn't work right. Let's try it again. Perfect. Very perfect. If it's not perfect, it's not going to work. Wait a minute. It's a little off. Am I in the camera field here? Yeah. Huh. It's not right. If it's not perfectly cut, you can damage your VCR. Now, I highly suggest that if you do this, playing it back on a VCR that's not really that good or valuable to you, to make sure it doesn't damage it, because those heads in there are very delicate. Alright. Now, we're going to do this end. Now, you see, there is some, I don't know how you can see it, but there's some spots in that part of the tape. We're going to cut those parts out too. Alright. It's not perfect. Let's see here. Okay. Now, we're going to need something solid like a book. So, let's see here. Now, this is very important. You have to... It still isn't right. Okay, let's try this. A good way of doing this would be... putting it perfectly... Here, let's use a little piece of tape.